Peace. Healing through inspiration. How y'all doing? It's a great granddad's day. They out here walking. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Talk to me. Oh, by the way, feathers up. Feathers up. We're not just talking it, we're actually living it. It's a great granddad's day. I guess our sleep pattern is on the pattern that it is, So I think a lot of times when we up, it's like pretty much nighttime, about to be what they call the next day. But yeah, man, really getting ready to launch this thing. I was trying to see what that car's doing. But yeah, getting ready to launch this thing for the corona-proof virus. But like I was saying, man, it's been I feel like it's been a bit since I got on camera and talked to y'all really. That's because I was like trying to get some stuff done and I was just away from the phone, because I think I've been telling myself too, as far as when I go out, like if I go like on a short walk, I don't bring my phone with me, because I think it's important to get ourselves detached from this devices, that we got. It's important to get detached, detach yourself from these devices, when especially these electronic devices, because really you're supposed to be using them as a tool. Man. That is to communicate and for business as well. I think that other stuff, it can be very distracting. I think so many people are so attached to their phone, and that was one of the things I was attached to my phone. You know that? I was attached to my phone. As far as just being conditioned, it was just given to me. And one of the things is kind of like when I used to live with my biological parents. My biological mother, she had a tracking device on my phone. And one of the things about narcissists, they just can't wait to reveal their plans. It's almost like a TV show. The cartoons, like, why are they revealing all their plans? That's what just they can't hold it back. They narcissists. Narcissists tell you, ridiculous. But yeah, so she had a tracking device on my phone. I'm like, so then I'm like, okay, since she got this tracking device, she's like, she told me she had, she's like, and she was showing me how it was and showing how many feet off. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't there, it's not accurate. And then she's basically bragging how she has a tracking device on me, tracking me where I go. I was just going to school, so I'm like, I don't see what's the problem, what's the issue. And she said it was always, the narcissists always say, oh, it's for you to be safe. I need to know where you're at. And I'm like, bitch, where the hell you be at? If we talking about safe, a bitch who overdoses, bitch who a junkie, you pop pills. I think the tracking device might be needed more for you than it is for me, bitch. How about that? Huh? So, yeah, and so then she had and so then I think I was in school, I think I was going to college. She had this tracking device. She still had this tracking device on my phone and stuff. I was looking at, yeah, I know I'm in the city, but hey. But anyways, yeah, so I was in college, and she had a tracking device. She had a tracking device, one out on my phone and stuff. And she was just tracking me where I was at. And it was just too much. It was harassing me. That's to the point where I was getting away from. I was basically running for my life because she was chased after me with the knife. Um, and this is actually when I was done with school, and she had came over from another state, and she was chasing after me with a knife, and I took off and I drove. Um, I drove away to get away from her. This is And then when I drove away to get away from her, I went to the police station because she was following me. Because I thought I got away with her, and then I got out to the police station. I saw that she was there. I saw she's there. She followed me. She followed me as I went to the police station. So I'm like, yo. So then I went to the police station and went to go tell him, and I said, I told him, and then it was told him behind this glass. I think she's like behind this bulletproof glass or something like that. And then this bitch Rose, my biological mother, she walked in right behind me. She's like, oh, she said, hi, what did he say? He just said somebody's trying to kill him. And I'm just like, what? Bitch, why would you tell somebody that? Well, she told him right after, and I wouldn't look at this bitch. And I wouldn't look at Rose. And this bitch was trying to look at me. That's just something that narcissists do. They try to stare at you. Like, and then, so when the police come out, 2 police officers come out, and she's like, and she's like, I know, be like, bitch, just calling it what it is, screaming, doing all this thing, like, just, she's not even talking about anything. And I'm just like, man, I'm like, get the hell away from her. And he's like, so the police, obviously, they separate us. I'm like, good, because I'm like, get that bitch the hell away from me. I told him I was getting the hell, and that bitch was trying to stab me, and she was running at me with a knife. And she's like, she said she was doing that to get the door open. I said I was already outside of the room. I was already outside of the room, and she had the knife in her hand. But they wouldn't charge her with it because I didn't let her stab me. Because I saw it, and I was walking, and then I ran down the stairs, and that's when the bitch was chasing me. So I told him that, and then I even told him too, as far as my half sister molested me when I was young, and then oh shoot! Look at a rabbit. Oh, how do you not see that rabbit, Ace? You look over there. Look behind you, please. It's a rabbit. I see more than he does. Y'all ever hate that feeling? You see more stuff than your dog. Anyways, as I was saying, what I was saying is that I told the police officer that, and then he's okay, and he's like, I was just trying to get away. Because I was trying to get away. Oh, and they actually told me since I was actually out of the police district, I couldn't do anything about it. I said, what? So I had to go to another. They sent me an address to another police station to go through. So I said, what the frick? And so they said, hey man, go. We'll tell her. We'll hold her so she won't follow you. So you go to that other police station. They told me to go. So they told me to go. I got my car, made a beeline straight there. And I made a beeline straight there. I noticed this car. It was on my motherfucking behind. Like, it's this motherfucking behind following me. So I'm like, I was using the GPS because they were trying to give me directions. It was like late. It was like saturated like this, where you guys can like barely see me. That's how I was driving. So late at night, and here I am, and I'm trying to drive, and I'm driving there, and the GPS. And one of the things about the GPS, this is one of the things I hate about GPS. It tells you when to turn. It tells you when to turn on the streets late. That's the worst thing ever. And there's like no settings to like change it to make it tell you early. When to tell you when to turn early. And I'm like, yo, this is the worst thing. So I'm like, man's gotta. So then it tells me, this car is still on my behind, and each lane I'm in too. And I'm like, yo, what the frick? So then Anyway, so then the thing tells me to turn right on the last notice. I'm like, dude. So I turn right, and I'm like, okay. I turn right. And then I guess I didn't see the car anymore. And then I look, and the car's right behind me. And I said, what the frick do you want from me? And then, because it said it was already there at the police station, and then I looked, and it was night. It was saturated as hell. There was no lights. And I think I pulled into this driveway, and I think I pulled into the firefighter's driveway. And so then I started to back up. And I'm like, and then I started to back up, the police lights came on. And I'm like, hi, do you know what you're doing? You know what you're, how you doing? I just came. And she's like, I just left a situation of abuse, and I just left a situation of abuse, and I just left at the police station. She was like, and then when I started telling her that, she said, because I guess she wanted to try to tell me something else, and her name was Officer Moore, and she wanted to tell me something else. Like, I'm like, what the frick? And I'm like, and then she boom, and she wouldn't head back and went to go talk to the other police station. I'm like, why are you pulling me over there, asking me about something, but you got to go ask them about something? I just told you what it is. This was what I'm thinking. Like, so the bitch didn't even could care less as far as the situation. And so then, I'm sorry to hear this ghetto, ratchet ass music, I should say. Anyways, hold on, cuz. Let's go. Get on my nerves. Anyways. So. I had, smells like urine. Frig. Oh my gosh. Filthy over here, dog. They gotta get the hell away from here, cuz. Oh, what the fuck these hybrids doing? Oh, it stinks. Nigga gotta move. Anyways, as I was saying, bro. So, I was actually so the officer went in here, and she went back to her car, and then she was talking to them and asked them what happened. She was here. She was trying to get the door open. The bitch was not trying to get the door open. Why the frick would the bitch be chasing her afterwards? But since I didn't let the bitch stab me, I guess that's not enough proof that she was coming after me with a knife in her hand. What, like, I don't know what type of sense. Crooked ass system, narcissistic ass bitch. Hope that bitch fucking dies. I could care less about that bitch, really. So, anyways, so, you know, and by the way, this is beforehand. Because when I was just coming back, because I think I spent I was getting away from my biological mother. This is beforehand when I was getting away from my biological mother, and I was in my car in Ohio, and because the bitch, because she kept harassing me, and I just couldn't deal with it. I could not deal with it. And since, I was in school, I just got out of school, I just out of school because she wanted me to. She just wouldn't leave me alone, man. She wouldn't leave me alone. That's just what it was. I just wouldn't leave me alone. And she was just staying in my place, disrupting me when I was in school. Just an evil bitch. So she ended up. I don't like this nigga staring at me, pissing me off. Bitch ass nigga. Golly. Anyways, y'all. So yeah. I ended up anyways, but yeah, so I ended up I spent because I was getting away from my biological mother. I just didn't want to be around the bitch. The bitch was harassing me in my own place, it just wouldn't leave me the hell alone. Like, if you know about narcissism, like, just nitpicky, picky, this, and always having to say this, and I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with this bitch? This bitch coming here from another state to harass me. Another state, yo. Bitch came from Michigan, Ohio. What the frick? So I'm like, oh my gosh, yo. So then, what happened? Hi, I'm excellent. How about yourself? What you doing in your car? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I hear you. A beautiful night. Um, but yeah, as I was saying, I was just staying at cause I was just getting the hell away from her, and I had spent the whole day away from her, and I was even making phone calls. I had called, as far as, I guess, another place, another police station, as far as, like, I don't know how to get her away from me, because this is the person who's trying to destroy me. Honestly, that's just what it is. And because of that, I ended up and then he's like, and there was just no help. It's just no help. There was just no help. So then I'm like, yo, what did he say? He ended up saying something like, well, was the place yours? It was just, just, just. I'm like, what the are these people here? And I'm like, they were just useless. They were just useless. To make a long story short, it wasn't too much of a story, but just to make a long story short, it's just useless. So I'm like, dog, what the frick is this? And so then, I ended up going to. I just had to get away, so I ended up staying like the day, like, so I couldn't still go back to my own place. I know my own freaking place that was supposed to be for me, because that bitch was there, and she was paying for it. She kept trying to act like she was gonna kick me out and stuff, like, just threatening to me and this and now, going psychological abuse as far as don't have a place to stay or whatnot, doing that there. And she has her husband and then calling, harassing me. I wouldn't answer the phone calls because I was done with him. I was done with him. Like, I hate them so much. I can care less for them, but it's like, shoot. Um, and it's kind of like, what you say? But so I ended up staying in my car, and is I think, what did I buy? I think I had one of these. I had one of these, I guess, just in case, a sleeping bag. And I had a sleeping bag. I put the sleeping bag and I fell asleep. And I went to sleep and it was freezing. I swear to gosh. It was freezing. And in the back of my car, I had my clothes on. I think I tried to take my shoes off, but my toes were still like numb. It was freezing, and I think the cold even woke me up from my sleep. So this is me I was trying to get the hell away from Rose, and since I was trying to get the hell away from Rose, I didn't have nothing. Like, I didn't have my wallet or anything, so I couldn't even buy food. I was driving without my license, and so then what happened was, I, after sleeping, I woken up in the middle of the night. You know, I got up and I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but it's like I got up. I went to the bathroom because got up, walked inside, went to the bathroom at Walmart. But I went to Walmart And I'm like, and I just took, and I was still able to smile. I just don't know how. I was still able to smile. I even took selfies. I swear to gosh, I remember taking selfies in the bathroom. And I'm like, what the frick? How can a man do that? A young man at that did that. I'm like, what the frick? So, I'm just sick and tired of this, though. I'm really sick and tired of the narcissist. Like, it is so exhausting. You know, man, oh man. Um, so then I ended up going to the going inside. I was taking selfies, and then I think I sat down or whatever. I said it was like a subway connected into the Walmart. And I sat down. I'm like, yeah, I was kind of hungry. And I'm like, shit, I ain't got no money. So I'm like, all right, maybe they got some old. These restaurants they got like old stuff they was giving away, and I was hungry, dog. So I went in there and I rang the bell, and nobody was at the front. So I'm like, okay. So I rang it again, and it's like, hi, I'm coming. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I apologize because I said I didn't know they heard me. I said, do you guys have any old food that you guys can give me? Um, she's like, no. She's like, sorry, I can't because we eat old food. You can get sick from it, and then we can get in trouble for that. I said, oh, okay. So, dang, man's didn't eat. What's up, cuz? You said what? Anyway, like but yeah, like I was saying, I had then went to this nigga threw me off. Oh yeah, so they told me no. So then, all right, I didn't eat. So then, but I guess I was getting cold. I was like freezing, my toes was numb. I had no need. So I'm like, let me go back to my place where my stuff is at, and I can get food and try to eat and just warm. So then I think I was in my car. No, I think I sat in my car and I get a call from my her other daughter, fucking by half sister. And this is before like I guess before I even told her that she molested me, because I even had a chance to say that to her, because Rose was the first one. I told someone who I thought I trusted, and it was my biological mother. And she ended up saying, and she's like, where are you at? She's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm in the car, I'm in a parking lot, I don't have much, you know what I'm saying? I'm freezing, I'm sleeping in the car. She's like, oh, don't do that. Bitch trying to act sorry. I'm like, bitch trying to act sorry and sad, but what the frick is the bitch trying to act sorry and sad when you molested me, bitch? I'd have stabbed you, ho. If that's really what you really sorry about, you won't even own up to it, you won't fess up to it, then what happens, bitch? Come see me, bitch, if you really got a problem with me. What's happening? If it's that deep, they plotting so much against me. Got numbers I don't know calling me, saying what's up, what's up. You ain't saying what's up. Because if you really said what's up, you going to say something. A motherfucking looking for me, golly. These motherfuckers so much after me. I don't get that. This bitch, my biological mother, has been lying and saying that she's big, that I've been beating her. I've tried to fight her and all this and stuff. She's been the one fighting me. She's the one beating me, spitting on me, molesting me, raping me. And so then, I'm away from the bitch, but yet the bitch want to be around me so much. Y'all explain that to me. Y'all explain that to me. Huh? I don't know nothing about that. Fret that. Hold on 1 second, cuz. Hey, we back inside. Still feathers up, by the way. Y'all niggas see me? Feathers. But look, though. So let me finish this video. Where I left off, I was talking about how, yeah, why does somebody like that want to keep being around me? Like they're like freaking Terminators. That's something that Ali Matthews talks about. Talk about they're freaking Terminators. Narcissists are like freaking Terminators, man. They don't stop. And two, as far as to continue with the story, as far as let me see where I remember I left off at. I had this is something. Wow, this is a lot. I'm just thinking, as far as the time pattern and whatnot. But I had what do you call? And so then this is me going back to. This is me going back to the police. No, not me going back to the police. I have went to the. What do you call? I had went to the I had went to the this one I was anyways her other daughter was calling her. Was calling me on my phone. And she was being a flying monkey. I didn't notice at the time. Let me see. I wasn't I guess not exactly sure because I wouldn't have gave her that much information if I had known she was a flying monkey. But all of a sudden she calling me like, isn't that ridiculous? The narcissists go out of the way to get all these people to contact you to find out about you, but not contacting them, not contacting you, them with them directly themselves. Isn't that freaking crazy? You want to find that much about me? So you gotta have all these other people ask about me? This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous because I can't wait. I got more to tell y'all too. It's about my aunt. But as I was saying with this, it's like so I told her then and she said, oh no, don't do that. But the bitch, you're not sorry. You know you evil bitch. You know that. You freaking know that. Could care less about that bitch. So then then I'm going back to my place. That's when I get to my place. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I think I've been up all day. I ain't get that much sleep. I wasn't like I told you I was freaking cold, freezing. That woke up. The cold woke me out of my sleep. My toes are numb. Freaking Ohio parking lot of Walmart. So then I go to I just go up the stairs to go to my place, and I'm going to just to go to bed. It was first take a shower, then go to bed, and she's like, and then I think my biological mother's there. My biological mother's there. She's like, oh, where have you been? Where have you been? I said, I'm all right. No, I think, no, even that too. Video size limit almost reached. Capture ins. Get ready for part 2. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Check out the links in the description box. You guys want to book a one-on-one coaching session, email at info@healingthroughinspiration.com or DM us at Instagram, healing through inspiration.